Are we on the internet?
Aw, Brian, that's a nice painting. It's like frames your face really well.
Oh, this one behind me?
Ah!
What's the matter?
What is happening back there? Who is this child?
That's Baby Bri. That's me. That's an oil painting of me as a child.
Aw, someone loved you enough to paint you?
Oh, yeah, but that was the last time. That's why they made a record of it.
Oh, but look how cute you were.
I know. I had Chuggy. Well, this is kind of a good anti-drug PSA all of a sudden, because that was about 8 years ago that this was painted. And, well, kids, now you know.
That makes sense.
It does. You know what else does?
What?
Tonight, the Mighty Nine. Scry on a once lost friend. Traverse a frozen sea and battle an enemy long thought dead. We're going to break it all down with two people. The last time they were on the show did not go well. We've had to quarantine them against each other. We're doing a show via Zoom as a result. It's Travis and Sam.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi. You know, traverse is how you say my name in French.
Is that true?
Yeah, I know.
You
just add a little...
Oui.
Sounds legit.
Yeah. All that and more tonight on Talks Machina.
No,
it's a different song now.
Come on.
Haven't you been watching the show?
Do we still... Are we out now?
Yes,
no one can see us?
We're always out.
No, hold it. Now we're out.
Check. Microphone check.
Well, as a running theme on this show, better late than never, Sam.
Yeah. Is this working?
Hello? I couldn't be here for sound check. Hello? Professional voice actor. Professionals. Air quotes. How are you, fellas? It's been 7 months since you've been on Talks Machina, or more, I guess, now. How are you? How are you doing? I mean, I've
Is that a
talked
real
to you.
number? Is that right?
I believe so. I mean,
That seems right.
it feels
Holy
right
shit.
to me. Yeah, right, Danny? I mean, time is a
Has the
flat
has
circle,
the show how's the show been going? Has it been going the whole time, Brian?
Yes, we've been on every week. We're live now, so be very careful what you say.
Well, I just assumed that I wasn't needed for the last couple months, the last 7 months, so I just haven't.
No, we knew that you were busy. We know that your wife travels a lot because she has the successful career in the family.
does, yeah.
So we kind of leave a lot of space. Plus, like,
It's interesting characters only, right, Brian?
I was just about to say that, Travis. I was
Oh,
literally
sorry.
just about to say, no. I'm happy.
Isn't
This
that
shows
the
why
theme
we're such
for
good
like
friends.
the Lifetime channel? Interesting characters only.
Oh my God, it might be. We should really look into that, because if it's not, we should try and
Why
snag
are
it.
you on the Lifetime channel at all?
You gotta have your. You gotta tune in for the holiday movies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, so Santa stole my daughter at Christmas.
Yeah.
And
Danica
named
Keller
her-
visits the North Pole.
Yeah, man, Lifetime movies are something else. If you want to really feel sad while laughing at a bad production value, Lifetime movies are the way to go. Yeah. Hey, the show's not still sponsored by the Lifetime channel, is it? Well, we have a lot to talk about in regards to... What was that? That was not your shot at tequila, was it, Sam?
No, that was just some trash I was throwing out. There's a trash
Oh, okay.
can over there.
I thought you were doing the fear and loathing. This is my last drink. Hey, cheers, Travis. What you
Cheers,
got
buddy.
there?
This is just a little apple juice. 14-year-old apple juice.
Sam, what do you have there?
I have apple juice.
All right.
Is it really apple juice?
I think we're allowed to say that that we're
Nope.
drinking
Nope.
alcohol, can't we?
No, I don't think so. I
just
think
not
that's a new
allowed to be
policy
like-
on the channel. There's no alcohol allowed on the channel or any adult themes.
Or language, right?
That is all
That's
the time we have for tonight, folks. That's a series wrap on Talks Machina. Oh man, there's been a lot happening since we've talked to you both last. My God, I want to start with recent events. Danny, we were talking about my shirt earlier. Folks, some of the folks at home will know what this is.
Dumachum did a chick lobstro seriously.
Yep, lobstro seriously. That was going to be my Twitch handle, but it was already taken. It was such a bummer.
Is that the shirt from your fraternity?
It is, yes, the fraternity of 19. Hey,
New Hampshire.
the quartet. Travis, in one of the most recent 2 episodes, which we're going to discuss tonight, happened to just throw out there in the middle of a thing, I'm rushing this because I hate Stephen King books. Danny, do you remember this?
Oh, I remember this vividly.
Why that was so unnecessary, man.
Oh, Brian, I
I
should have
felt
thought.
personally
Assaulted? Yeah. I'm sorry, man. You know, the first Dark Tower was just hard to follow. What was he, like 12 when he wrote it?
he was 19 years old. A lot happens
There you
between
go.
the time when you're
Okay.
12
That's
and
true.
you're
Okay.
19.
Well, the second one was much better. And I really don't hate Stephen King.
And you don't know what
novels.
this is? You read the second one, you don't know what this is? You said Lobster Seriously?
I know there was a Dark Tower and like a gunslinger or something, but
Is that the clown from It?
Is what the clown from It?
Is that Lobster the clown from It? I'm not very literate.
The Thing. It's from The Thing, Sam. Another
Yeah, it's
Stephen
from
King novel.
it's from the thing.
Is that,
which is from
is that a
Adam's Family.
Langolier? Was that a Langolier?
Okay. Danny, I want to give him the tinsiest amount
No,
of...
I think we should just see how
that-
deep he can go.
Is that a
Okay,
Shawshank?
Lobsters in the
Is that a
Stand.
Shawshank?
Yeah.
Is that a
It is.
Tommy knocker?
It's a Shawshank.
Ooh,
Yeah,
do you have a Cujo on your shirt?
I do. I have one right here.
Oh, what a
look
cute
at this.
Cujo.
He's a vicious killer. Watch out. Anyways, enough. Oh, Sam brought his kids on the program, as we can see behind him there.
The
That's
program.
nice.
Use
Where
their
do you
code
store
names.
those? Where do you store those when it's not Christmas?
In the garage, we have a storage for holiday decorations, your Thanksgivings, your Halloweens, your Hanukkahs, and Christmases.
Awesome. Mine? My personal?
No, not yours specifically. Just the sort of the general holidays. But my daughter loves decorating, and we busted these out, and she's really scared of these, especially that one because it turns on. So I keep it in here to get us to stay away.
What do you mean it turns on? Like, what does it do?
You can push a button and it starts like going.
Doesn't need
Oh.
to do that. Doesn't need to do
I'll do it
That's-
at the end of the show.
that. Nah,
Can
won't.
you... I don't know where he lives, but can you drive that over to Travis's house and put that like sort of in one of the windows that you think
That would
might be
be
where
a
he's
great idea.
asleep?
Yeah,
And then
that's the fastest way to get to the smell of burning plastic. That thing will be toast in 2 seconds. I don't play.
speaking of the smell of burning plastic, Travis, we've got to talk about your ex.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Good old Captain Avantika.
Are we on the show now? Are we doing the show? These are real questions.
Hang on. Let me find the record button here. Okay, recording. Okay, let me find the save to Critical Role servers. Elon
We have
Musk.
servers?
Password. What's the... I'm forgetting the last 4 symbols of Elon Musk's baby name is the end of the password. Hold on, I got it. Okay, cue.
Three of them are the symbol
We
for,
are
for the
on the
artist formerly
internet
known as
now.
Prince.
Yes. Now we're on. Travis. Ford has now been back on the ocean twice. Both times gotten attacked by minions of Uk'otoa. First resulted in his death. And as we know, the second resulted in the return of his undead ex.
Yeah.
Matt didn't specifically say burning plastic, but you thought it, I thought it, we all thought it. How is he handling this?
Well, Brian, X denotes that we were like officially in a relationship. I would call it more of a casual sexual interaction. No,
Okay,
no
important
titles,
distinction.
no, just nothing official. It's
Did you guys ever have a DTR sort of conversation where this was laid out? You know,
Is that a do not resuscitate?
That's a DNR. That's what you guys made me sign to come work for you.
What is a DTR?
A down to fuck, a down to rock, a down to Alan Rock.
Who is this person? Is that a radio announcer from the 30s? Where are
Alan
these
Rock?
references?
Oh, come on.
Okay,
He's-
keep guessing. Danny, don't give it to him yet.
Details to remember.
Dating.
Dirty tie rodents.
Tonight on Boomer Talk. It's define the relationship, man.
Oh God, we're old.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
think it's
maybe
that we're
just
old.
Chinese.
White hairs in our beard.
I've been with the same girl for 22 years or something like that. And why would I need to know that?
Yeah,
That's
define
true.
the relationship. I do not think there was a DTR. No, there certainly wasn't. There certainly wasn't. I think she was just trying to use me to get what she wanted and to have some fun in the meantime, and I was just trying to keep our enemies close, so that because let's not forget, I tried to kill her too.
Yes,
pretty
well, we
early
know.
on.
We know, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, how was... Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, venturing out onto the open seas has not been super fruitful for old Ford. The first time, it never even crossed my mind. The second, though, I said a prayer. I knelt at the bow of the ship like Leo DiCaprio and pretended like I had Kate Winslet there.
Yep.
That didn't help. Didn't help at all. Wild Mother didn't throw me like a, yo, fam, look out. Nothing.
Is this how
it's been
Ford
tense.
thinks that deities work?
Yeah, he doesn't know
think
anything.
so.
Might as well be. You don't know. I mean, Caduceus is out there communicating and doing everything, and Jester's person just shows up.
That's true. And I was the first to admit I was wrong when it turned out he was real. But no, Travis, how was it seeing Avantika come back to life? I mean, that's a whole...
That was a trip. I mean, we had to figure out if she was undead first. I think we even went back and forth ourselves in between the games. Taliesin and I was like, she's undead, right? We're going to turn undead. And he goes, no, I think that's too easy, or, it's probably something else. And plus she had, I don't know how this shit works, but she was talking to us like she knew me, like she knew us, like she remembered who we were. So I thought it might have been some other sort of magic, or I don't know. But, he was definitely panicking for a minute, and it was also confusing that the first thing that she went for was Ford trying to pull him over the boat instead of just going straight for the crystal, which was out on the deck. So, yeah, I had a hard time prioritizing where the first step for conflict resolution was gonna lie, like running from crazy or going and standing over the soccer ball.
Yeah. Plans for the Cloven Crystal?
Plans, man, that was a complicated game. There were a lot of thoughts going on in a very short amount of time. Was not planning on having it be exposed in that way. I just thought that Caleb's crystal dimension was like another plane or another dimension, so they couldn't track it. And so when he did the crystal thing, I was like, bitch, that's false advertising. I thought this thing was safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem. So like even in the bag of holding, it's supposed to be in another dimension or a pocket reality or whatever. So it should be safe there. But for me, I feel like until it's either destroyed or stowed somewhere safely, and then the third keyhole or gate or temple is destroyed, then it's at risk, right? The two pieces are still in place. So one of those two has to be removed for me.
Yeah. Oh God, these are getting to be very interesting times.
I know.
Yeah.
I was really stoked to have some battle action. It's not
been
that
a while.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
Not that these episodes haven't been full of a lot of really amazing moments and a lot of really. I mean, we've had an endless amount of stuff to talk about, as Danny knows. But God, it felt good to just see you all just fail on the battlefield again in such
it was nice, right?
just monstrous ways. Yeah, I mean, I forgot that you could even do counterspell, Travis. I actually forgot about that 5th level.
And you
but-
used it so expertly.
Boom!
Fuck, here it comes.
It was like an episode of Handbooker Helper in itself. Just that
Okay.
series.
Okay.
I mean,
So
we can move on.
I thought in my trauma-stricken brain,
Thunder
I thought
step.
Matt said Thunder Step,
Yeah.
which meant to me that she was taking that shit and running, and
Yeah.
that was the last resort. He just
Not
said
Thunder
Thunder
Wave.
Wave.
Yeah.
Not trying to pull the ripcord. Didn't matter though because I
But you know
rolled
what?
one.
You're 4 in the game. 4 doesn't know what Thunderwave is, and none of us have that spell, so you wouldn't have been able to recognize it anyway. So it's
Thank you,
totally
Sam.
fine. It's
Man.
totally fine.
Mr. Regal coming to my defense. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, weeks later, but nobody minds.
Yeah, I don't use counterspell very often because we got the dope ass wizard over there, and I only have 4 spell slots,
Spell
2
slots.
fifth and 2 first. So
Yeah,
He wanted the dope ass wizard wanted to be a T-Rex though, so that's that.
which
I
was
mean,
great.
It was great. Actually.
I think it was Marisha that was like, "This is an Asylum movie," and I was so happy. I was like, a T-Rex on a boat. These were the movies I like. I watch 6-headed Tyrannosaurus Rex versus 2-headed Python Mega Shark anacondas.
I can vouch
Travis
for this.
knows this.
We had a movie marathon where we somehow watched 2.5 or 3 of those in a row somehow.
Yeah, if we ever go up to a cabin,
Boy.
for a holiday or something, be ready to watch lots of those movies with me, especially since they're all on Amazon and Netflix now. I watch a lot of those. I watch Sharknado to fall asleep,
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
if
never
you don't
seen it.
actually want to
so
take
good.
prescription drugs that they would give a comatose patient, you can just turn one of those on and the drool just happens. You're like,
It'll straight up do it. It'll straight up. But it also will inspire you too, and makes me want to get into bikini shape. They always have a lot of. Sam, speaking of bikini shape,
That's me.
now that Veth is herself again,
Yes.
she's been having a hard time finding reasons to stay with the Mighty Nine. So, what has that process been like for her? Is she feeling more comfortable with it now that Caleb can teleport? And why are you so handsome? Wait a second. Who added this to the bottom of my sheet? It must have been Danny. Was it you, Danny?
It was very much not.
Was it Kyle? Speak up, Kyle. Yes, it was. He's not going to say it. I love
he'll
you.
dub himself in going, hell no.
Sam, answer the question.
The handsome
bikini
part
shape.
is just I am who I am. As for Veth having reasons to stay with the Nine, it's very difficult. I've been wrestling with her thinking as well because she loves the adventure. She loves these fabulous friends of hers and that they're making a difference in the world and all this amazing stuff that she's been sort of exposed to and opportunities she's been given. But she also loves that family and wants to go home. So it's the age-old question. She wants to be a career gal. She wants to go to work and do a 40-hour week, but she also wants to come home and take care of the kids and the husband and have weekends. And that's not really. It's not the Mighty Nine. They don't. It's not a commuter sort of type of job. Like
Right.
she can't live in Westchester and commute to Manhattan.
No public transport. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a little-
Although now with Caleb, maybe kind of she can kind of commute to work a little bit. It's different.
That would be fucking hilarious.
How often can you
showed up
do
with a
that
bag
spell?
lunch.
He can do the spell, well, depending on how much shit trouble we get into, he can do it at least once or twice a day. But if we have any fights or do anything, he can't do it. So, but yeah, no, I've been struggling with it. I also, like, on a side note, as a player, I don't want to be the guy who's always leaving the party during a campaign. So,
It just seems to happen.
but my characters want to roam.
I
You know,
know,
what can-
man. It makes me really wonder about you. Do you feel stuck? Do you, in your life, wish you could travel more? Do you wish that you?
Do I in
be
2020
replaced-
wish that I could travel more?
Well, I don't know. I just mean like, do you wish you could be replaced by like a handsome blonde guy, perhaps who's very charismatic?
Are you talking about Homelander?
Yes. Yes. Hey, shout out the boys. Great television program.
Oh, so
is.
good.
Come on, Henry. Come on. All right. Anyway, any
I
more
got
of that?
my dog right here.
Bring him.
Come here, Ricky.
Let me get this guy. Yeah. There's pictures of him in the pre-roll.
Oh, yeah?
Hi, rigatonis.
You putting him in a chokehold?
Yep. I like to choke him out.
Rear
every
naked, rear naked choke.
night.
Hold
He's
him
training.
up more.
I can't. I don't want to hurt him.
He's not gonna hurt him. Just...
Say hi. You don't know how to speak English.
Come
He's
on.
my lap dog.
Can you make him bark if you're like, "Roof"? Does he mimic it at all?
I haven't tried that. I don't. This is my first dog, so I don't.
You
know
gotta
how to-
teach your dog
I don't know
speak.
how to work them.
He says, speak. And they're like,
Okay.
"Roof," and then you give him a treat.
Speak. Speak. It doesn't work, Travis.
If he bit you in the lower lip right now, I'd be so happy.
I like to give Henry treats through my Wormwood dice tower.
That is a great
Hey.
idea.
Come here. Do you want a treat? Come here. Right here. Watch. Come here. Watch. He'll do it too. Here. Right here. Oh, fuck, it went right into his mouth.
Is this
That's
what the show
incredible.
is now?
They don't even market these to do that, but it went right into his mouth. I mean,
We
he's
have
just
so many questions.
sort of looking at some of the.
We've
Travis.
done two.
Wait, it's fine. Travis. Someone lock him out. Someone lock Sam out. Travis.
Atomic Blonde. Let's go.
I'm seeing Sam and I'm seeing what he's doing and it's driving me insane. I want to change the passwords to Zoom to everything. Travis, even though the Mighty Nine were able to find her and Ford was able to deliver that final blow, for a moment, it seemed as if Ivantika was totally out of reach. So what would Ford have done if she had truly escaped? And why are you so handsome?
Man, thank you, Brian. That really lifted my spirits
You're
on this
so
fine
welcome,
evening.
bro.
Thank
You're
you.
so welcome, man. I feel like it'd been a
Jeez.
couple years since my last compliment. I think it was around the
so
time
considerate.
Binary Domain came out.
Binary. Yeah, before we took the break, the mid-show break, I was on tilt. I was on poker tilt, pissed
For sure.
that she was getting away. Because as far as I knew, she was just gone, and that was it. And to be frank, I don't think I could have concentrated on some sort of a task for Vestaragna with the last crystal being whisked away to unleash a giant demi-god terrifying snake fuck thing. So I probably... The thing I was weighing over the break was like, how do I leave? How do I bounce? How do I go really, really fast to go try and stop this? And it wouldn't have... I don't have any ability to track it or her or anything like that, so it would have just been going to the area where the last temple was, where the last vision was, and trying to find it myself before they got there. And I don't know, making a last stand because, for me, Ford's backstory and sort of his past is the last thing that he's kind of struggling to put away before he can move on with whatever the future is. And Vandrin's a big part of that, and because he's wrapped up in this whole thing, if that sort of unraveled and he failed in that, knowing that Vandrin walked away from it himself, like I just don't think he would have been able to focus and act like everything was just all cool in the game, right? So yeah, I think he probably would have left. So I was very encouraged when we got back, and people were talking about polymorph and picking a direction, but if we had turned into a bunch of killer whales and jumped in that direction and there was nothing for like 3 or 4 rolls, that was probably it.
Yeah. That would have been awesome.
Would have been weird.
Cool.
Would have been weird.
Oh, I could see his little ear popping up. Sam,
He's got some big
Rigatoni's.
ears. He's got some big ears.
little
good boy.
rigatoni ears. I know.
He's got the radar going.
Look at him popping up there. Sam Veth was able to bring her family along with her to Zadash. What was that like for her to have them along with her and show her a piece of her life as an adventurer?
Still a little weird, but it's pretty cool. I mean, you got to hand it to Matt Mercer. He has the way he plays Yeza. Yeza is like the greatest husband of all time.
Mhm.
So supportive, so confident in his wife's abilities. Takes care of things at home. He's just such a sweetheart. It makes me feel like such a shit whenever I'm like, well, I'm gonna go now.
How easy would it be for Mercer just to come in and be like, I don't matter to you anyway.
Yeah. I want to have that conversation at some point. But Yes is just so like, no, you go be you. You're great. Go thrive. Go shine. Go blossom.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like maybe there is a crack in that, and someday he's going to be like, "You never put me first."
Oh, I would love that. I would absolutely
want that.
love that.
I drink myself to sleep when you're not home.
I've been having an affair for 2 years, and you didn't even notice. I want that so much.
Danny, it's okay. I think it's just conjecture. I think
Yes, it got
to
all
be
the side
fair, Veth also traveled all the way to Jorhas to save his ass.
True. So he better stay correct.
Not
Yeah.
what I meant.
Beth is committed.
Not what I meant.
But I know what you're saying.
But, you know.
But no,
Also,
it's
it's just nice to have a nice guy. I love
yeah,
Yeza.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it's great.
very
It's fun to share her tales of adventure with him and with Luke because he seems to be having the greatest childhood ever.
Big time.
Now that we've sort of established his age, kind of.
Be real. Luke is
he's
going
like
to be an
3,
assassin.
but Matt plays him like he's 7.5,
Pretty close.
and
yeah.
I'm totally down with it.
He speaks so well for a 3-year-old.
I love
And
it.
he's got all the weapons.
Yeah, that's just how halflings mature. It's a little different than human maturity.
Wait, you guys didn't grow up like that?
I was
sure
not given a
Ashley
weapon
did.
at 3.
Pretty sure
probably
Ashley did because
Yeah.
she's pretty good with almost all weapons. you know?
Yeah.
Both of you, something we have to talk about. It's time to let Ashley Birch off the hook, I think. But it seems that Molly Mock, your old friend, has returned from the dead. What are your
Has he?
thoughts on his resurrection? What was it like
Has he?
for
Has
Ford
Molly
and Beth?
Mock returned? Has Molly returned?
Well,
Brian?
you know what? You know what I fucking mean, Travis. Are we going to argue semantics here? The man
I
has
think
a
that's
lot
the
of
point of
names.
this show, right? Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're going
It
to
says
do.
in the description down below.
That's right.
Tonight, arguing semantics with Travis and Sam. No,
There's
I mean,
no way that's Molly.
Yeah,
No way. Not a chance in hell.
You mean the personality and soul of Molly?
Mm-hmm.
But he's still the body. The body is the same one as Molly's body.
the body and
also.
the accent were the only things that stayed.
I mean, because at this point,
Hello, I'm
don't
Molly Mock. Oh.
the accent might be different. We don't even know
Might
if
be.
it was like, we don't know if it was a resurrection. We don't know if he's undead. We don't know if he's possessed. We don't know anything. It could be any number of fantasy reasons.
I might have said this before, but I think the whole Lucian thing is just a cover up for the bad accent work that Taliesin did. I think that he was like, oh, Molly was just Lucian doing a bad accent because Lucian was bad at accents. You know.
Do you think after like episode 4 or 5, he went to Matt and he was like, Matt, I need some help. We need to come up with some sort of backstory because I can't get the R's right. I can't get the vowel sounds
Yep.
right.
Yep, he's like, we need a patsy. Who do we have coming up on the schedule? He's like, well, we got Ashley Birch. But perfect.
So we'll blame it all on her.
It'll all be in the documentary we're putting out called "The Truth About Molly Mock and Ashley Birch," directed by Alex Winter.
I don't know if I don't think it'll sound
Good
like
pull.
Molly. I mean, maybe whoever that is recognizes us. Maybe they won't.
I don't think I'll be doing, or I think whoever will be doing Molly's original accent. You know what I mean? Travis, speaking of accents, Ford, who also switched accents mid-campaign once realizing
Oh,
that,
yeah, that's right.
you know, yeah. I mean, think about it. Sam, you're one of the only ones who's really committed, you know.
I did
Yeah.
call up Matt Mercer and go like, I fucking hate this accent. Can I change it? Can we put something in my backstory where we change it?
You did? You really did?
Did you?
Yes.
Wait, I don't remember that. I feel like that would have come up before. That's a fucking lie. Travis,
It's a
answer this
reveal.
instead, truthfully. Ford's officially taken his Paladin Oath, which is the oath of the open sea.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a bit more about that choice?
Yes. I was looking through the oaths, and I initially landed on Oath of the Ancients, which I think a lot of people were suspecting for Ford, but it was just so it was so nature based, and it had a lot more pacifism in it, just in its description than felt like was appropriate for Ford. It was like, you have to try and exercise mercy before resorting to violence, and that didn't quite feel right. And I also don't feel like some of the other oaths required like lawfulness or being a bastion of good. And I think Ford still has a lot of deceptive tricks up his sleeve. He relies on all of the things that he's had in his life. So Oath of Ancients didn't feel right. I was going Oath of Vengeance for a little bit, but we had seen so much of that with Vax. And it also didn't feel quite right because it just felt a little too on the vengeful tip. I was doing that because, like I said previously, he wants to follow up on Sabian so we can close that chapter. He wants to kind of close the book on all of this stuff and come to some sort of equal footing or equal ground so that he can move on with his life. But when I talked to Matt, I was like, man, I don't think it's any of these things are really hitting it. For me, is there something that we could do that was like a mixture of the two? I don't know how this stuff works. And he was like, you know what? Let me get back to you. I have an idea on a couple things. And he's like, what is it about Ford's character that you really like? And for me, it was always just the ocean. I love the ocean. Personally, I've always loved scuba diving and long distance swimming in the ocean, things that are normally kind of unsettling or scary for people. But for me, they're very calming. And I just love surrendering to the ocean. And so he kind of took that and ran with it and came back with an oath that just had all of this amazing stuff, a lot of really cool channel divinity things, and it was very ocean themed. So I thanked him enormously for that, and I'm glad that we have such an incredible DM to whip up something like that in this case.
So that's a custom oath. That's a Travis Willingham
homebrew. That is a Matt Mercer special.
Are you going to post it on the internets?
I don't know what that means.
For oaths, for other people to oath copy?
I'm sure it'll end up in a book, or Matt will put it out, or whatever. It'll be Widogast's Oath of the Open Sea.
Of course, it'll be Widogast something. Fucking Widogast.
Caleb's all about branding.
It is all about branding. Speaking of, it's time for Branado's cosplay of the week.
Cosplay of the week.
Cha 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 cha. Cha. Pew 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 pew. Cha.
We're back.
Oh, what?
Our winner. I was waiting for the perfect moment, and Sam gave it to me.
Presented it so.
Our winner for this week was sent in by Air Bubbles Cosplay. Find me a cooler name, I dare you. Photo by Fearless Photo Works.
Wow.
Let's take a look.
Oh, we can actually see it on this program?
Oh,
hey!
Look at this.
Look at that.
That's me. I mean, that's not me.
you,
Perfect
Mario.
circle.
Oh, wow. I saw that on
so good.
on Twitter, I think. That's
You
so
know what's so
cool.
great is that
Awesome.
was such a hodgepodge of other people's costumes that you threw together to make yours, and now it is
That's true.
Immortalized.
perfect.
Yeah, the
Perfect.
shoes that I was wearing for that photo shoot were so big. They were like size 18 shoes or something. I kept falling out of the boots all day. It was so fun. Oh,
What size do you
man.
really wear?
Look so
Cosplayer
good.
is so good, though.
17.
I love the
I'll
full
look up
commitment.
WikiFeet.
The full pelvic
Yeah, that's
arch.
amazing.
It's so good. I love the face.
Yeah.
Their face is so good.
The ferociousness, the flute.
I need those pants is what I need.
Yeah,
Bracers are really good, too.
Yep.
So good.
it's hot stuff.
Well, congrats to you, Air Bubbles.
Give of the week.
It's
For the week. Yeah.
fine, Danny. I'll do it. I'll take care of it, Danny. Take care of it.
Please.
Congrats to you, Air Bubbles. You have won this $100 gift card
Wait,
to
what?
the
Oh,
Critical
wow.
Role US shop. Did you
Wait,
see
is that true? Is that a thing?
Sam,
It just
shut the
appeared
fuck
on the
up.
screen. Of course it's a thing.
No,
Are you
really.
not? Have you not been watching the program the last few weeks? Danny, I'm going to... Can I
No.
rage quit? Is that on the stream deck? Is rage quit on here?
Yes.
First of all,
When
I didn't
Sam is
know.
here, yes.
I didn't know that we had the ability to give gift cards to our shop.
We can... Yes.
Is that a
Yes.
thing?
What do you think
I could
I've
give
been
that out to
selling out of
people.
my...
I've never been to the shop.
It's a website.
That's not surprising. It's not surprising, Sam.
It's
okay.
a website.
It's okay.
You can enter our bi-weekly contests by visiting critroll.com. I'm a little sore from pressure washing. My titties are sore.
You pressure wash your titties?
No, I should have phrased that differently.
You can't just jump into that pool without some intro.
She had a crack, baby. Rules for our contest can be found at critroll.com. Contest at critroll.com/submit. Now, I was pressure washing, but as a result, I don't have a lot of upper body strength, Travis.
Ahead.
What were you pressure washing?
It's pressure washing the side of my fucking house like a real man. I don't hire someone.
I've never
to do
done that. Is that a thing that we're supposed to do?
He
You are
ordered it off
supposed to do
TV. Let's be honest. He got
I
real
did.
excited.
I was up late watching Barbed Wire on TNT.
Oh boy!
They-
Oh boy!
Is that
That's a good pull.
Thank you.
Pam
Hey,
Anderson,
Sam.
thank you for those residuals.
Silk stockings.
Oh, Silk Stockings was dope. Intros were too long for me. Sam, speaking of Silk Stockings, what was it like for Veth to return to Nicodranus and see the life that her family had built because of her adventuring, but also without her there in person?
I mean, it was really cool to see. Nicodranus seems like a great place to live and to grow up. Certainly better than. Felderwin, where she's from, was fine, but it was like your basic D&D farming village. It was fine, but nothing was like spectacular there, and they had this little goblin problem. So now Nicodranus, which is like a fabulous San Francisco-esque. Is it San Francisco-esque? Or
Yeah, it's kind of like
Sorrento?
it's a little San Diego.
San Diego? Anyway, it's-
Carlsbad.
whatever it is, it's fabulous, and they have a nice little place. Luke's having a great time. Seems like their HOA is low. Like it seems like it's a pretty good setup they got, and I think she's just confident and comfortable knowing that like her peeps are taken care of. They're within screaming range of friends and allies down the street at the Ruby of the Seas place. And, it seems like a great place and a great place for Veth to eventually go when adventuring times are done. Maybe in a few weeks. I don't know. Does the campaign end at some point or do we just keep going forever?
No, I think contractually, Travis, correct me if I'm wrong, but contractually, it's going to go on for a while. We're even talking about perhaps even extending the levels, We're talking
That's
about
correct, Brian. There is
having
a
me
campaign
sort of-
minimum. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if one of the characters doesn't die soon, we do contractually have to insert Brian into the campaign.
Oh no!
Speed things
We have to
along.
kill someone soon.
Yeah,
Really
straight
bad.
from Perkins. Perkins called and minutes before the show tonight
It's all
confirmed
about
that.
the legalese. Yep.
Yeah.
It's the foster clause.
It's the foster clause, yeah. It's
Sudden death.
also the lesser known Tim Allen movie. Travis. Hey, Ford struck a deal with the bounty hunter Kotho
What? Is that real?
Yep. Kotho. Yep.
to find Sabian, his former crew member.
Is that real?
Is that real? He says. Why is he still so focused on finding Sabian after all this time? And also, question for give me that. Yeah, why is Danny so handsome?
Danny.
I think that was from Ashley. That one came in from Ashley.
Danny's just a classic beauty. There are just some things you don't question, right? Just eternally lovely. I know that Ford is just not going to let shit slide.
Yeah.
To him, post orphanage upbringing and having everything just suck ass. His time with Vandrin was the best were the best experiences of his life and the most love he had ever received, even if it was tough love or even really shitty. He mattered and he had worth and he had all these things, and it was taken from him by someone who had known him for practically his entire life and then betrayed him. I would like to think that I would not be able to let that go either, but Ford is not going to let that shit go until the fucking tax man comes to bear. So we're going to find him and see where Sabian is, and then maybe we'll make a decision at that point. But until then, the fucking bill needs to be paid, my friend.
Ooh, yeah. Campaign 2 slogan. The bill needs to be paid.
Pay your bills.
It's an odd character choice.
Yeah, we'll bounce that off Rachel. I'm sure she'll love it.
We should have bounced all of our names.
Mighty Nine, the bill needs to be paid.
Starring Dolph Lundgren in the live action remake.
Your account is overdue.
Something we have to talk about, especially I want to know from you, Sam. You were the one that discovered that Viridian was Vilya just before the actual reveal. What was that like for you? Glance at the chat, see the speculation, then confirm it with everybody. Tell us about that.
We really should not look at our phones during the game. It's not good.
I think it was after the game, though, wasn't it?
It was like 20 minutes before the end of the game.
My goodness,
I was just like, "Hey, what's going on online? Oh, what? Oh, what?" It was pretty surprising, and I can't believe we're all so stupid we missed it. He said the one leg thing, and he said she had druid powers, and I don't know, it seems like a no-brainer. We're just dummies.
I mean, there's just nothing. There's nothing that would drive that. We never met her. We just heard about her. I mean, that was
something we also have talked about with some of the. Not that you guys have watched these Talks episodes that have been airing, but something we've talked about with some of the other people, including your wife, Travis, is that Matt has done a really good job of keeping the campaigns sort of separate and not really dumping too many Easter eggs or fan service or even, not a lot of that stuff. If there is a connection, it's always intentional and it's always really well sort of
tasteful.
thought out. It's tasteful.
Yeah.
Surprised you know what that means.
And this one, I've heard of it. This one was just chef's kiss. It was so good, so well timed, and it had an emotional impact and a story impact. Matt he's getting better.
He's getting decent
better,
at this
he said.
thing.
He said he's getting better.
He's getting better.
I heard him, Brian. I heard him.
Slowly.
Are we gonna? Oh my god.
No, it was amazing though. And when we all found out about it, I mean, even though I learned about it 12 minutes before everybody else, it was still just it was the same reaction that I assume that the audience had, which was just like, what?
Freak out.
Didn't you text Liam?
I texted Liam during the game, and he texted me back something like, "Oh shit. Oh shit! Oh shit!"
He clammed it up. He didn't show it at all. That was crazy. Oh, throat bubble.
Oh god!
Jesus Christ!
Wow, that was awesome.
Sam Veth did have a beautiful conversation with Vilya though about going home.
Yep.
How did that conversation affect her? What was it like to know she helped someone return to their child?
It was. That part was wonderful, and made Veth feel a little bit redeemed or karmically forgiven for being away from her family a little bit, helping another family reunite. But at the same time, it also sort of made Veth think oh shit, this lady, all she really wants to do is go home. Shouldn't I feel the same way? And maybe I should start thinking about that and heading in that direction as well. So I think it was the next episode or very shortly after, Caleb sprung this whole hey, we can have your family come visit us thing. And that was perfect timing because I was really thinking how do I how do I reconcile this? Like, she wants to go home, but she also doesn't want to go home. And I don't want to paint my character as a total awful person, but you know, that's a conflict. It's a real conflict that exists in the real world too. And it's a terrible choice that people have to make.
Yeah. To be a terrible person or not, you know?
Yeah. I struggle with it all the time.
Really? I thought you made up your mind a long time ago.
Yeah. No, you're right.
We don't really see a struggle.
I don't struggle at all.
There's a
Not
clear
really
line of
watching.
demarcation.
Couldn't tell you the last time I saw a bead of sweat drip down that man's forehead. Both of you. Ford and Veth were definitely on the more aggressive side during one of my favorite moments of this campaign so far, which was the dinner with Trent. Definitely
Trent
standing up for
Dicky-thong?
Caleb, asking pointed questions to Trent. What are your characters' opinions of Caleb's former colleagues?
Of Eodwulf and Astrid?
Yeah. Good pronunciation there, Sam.
I want Eodwulf. Like,
Oh, I know it was like Beowulf.
it is like Beowulf.
It's not Beowulf.
I still want Caleb and Astrid to hump each other. And this dinner changed none of that.
Danny's eyelids just exploded off of her eyeballs.
I noticed that.
They're never coming back.
We're gonna have to fly some of those in for the next episode unless she gets used to the.
That was amazing. Please make sure that's.
We will definitely have Danny Cam enabled for that.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
Continue.
No, I mean, I think from game one, Veth/Not has always thought deep down, like, really, Caleb just needs to get laid, and then he'll probably loosen up a lot. You know, just like a roll in the hay, and then he'll be okay. So, and Astrid seems like, even though she's, you know, evil, and she works for this horrible person, she seems like, you know, she's okay. She seems nice. She seems like she has a kindness or at least a vulnerability to her that we could explore and develop.
She does. She feels like she has a tether, though. She feels like that she's like got a bomb implanted in her brain, and if she tries to leave, it'll explode. Do you get that vibe that she like wants to bounce but can't? And there's something that's like really, I don't know what that is. There's a bunch of magic shit, but I feel like that's there.
And then Eodwulf, I just want to play as Eodwulf in the next campaign. That guy's just a cool character. He's mysterious and strong, and I don't know. He seems cool.
Right, but how could you play someone like that?
I know. Well, that's a challenge to me.
Oh, good. Yeah.
It was frustrating sitting in that dinner with Trent Dicky-thong. Like, it's tough when someone's just talking shit and like Caleb was just letting it happen. Like, he was trying to keep the peace, you could tell, and he was trying to walk a fine line. But, you know, you also want somebody to just be like, bitch, and kick the whole thing off, and it wasn't happening. Like, I know you and I were giving him shit. And, of course, there was Taliesin with just the most amazing closing line of all time. So great. But, man, I'm going to find Eodwulf on the field one of these days and shave his forearms. It's going to be amazing.
Is that a thing?
So specific.
Yeah, doesn't he have like a bunch of tattoos or markings and stuff on his forearms?
Oh, do they have the glass,
tattoos,
the residual?
Yeah,
that's what the Star Razor does. It just peels off forearm one at a time.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Wow. I'm excited for that fan art. GIFs.
GIFs? Give of the week.
Fuck. Travis.
It's the give of the week.
Danny, there's literally no difference on Zoom. I thought...
What did I say about them never being on together ever again?
What did I say?
Thought it would be better. How did this happen to us, Brian?
Treacherous.
You were totally in sync for me.
Yeah.
Critical Role's motto in 2021. we'll be better.
This is the year we reclaim our dignity.
We promise we'll be better than next year. That'll be our thing. Travis, speaking of hairy arms and having them shaved on the battlefield, Bo very pointedly asked Ford about his feelings for Jester. He teleported to her side when she was being carried away by the Traveler and later bought her a porcelain unicorn, which I always do that on the first date. Is this Ford's way of actively pursuing her? Is he still coming to terms with his own feelings for Jester?
I think it's the latter, but he is acting on his feelings more now than he has in the past. And they're definitely real. It's just, it's also one of those things where it's all about timing for him and also not knowing what it'll be like when tension and circumstance isn't a part of it, right? Like, it's one thing when you're trying to plan for TravelerCon 3000 and you want to be like, hey, you mean something to me, but go ahead and focus on the 200 people that are showing up and maintaining your patron relationship. And I think it's just Ford actually getting to, like a lot of things in his life, exercise the ability to show affection for the first time ever. He did not have any relationships when he was growing up or time for that or even interest, much less. So I think half of it was just like not knowing what to do with those sorts of compliments and feelings, and then being even more confused when they started to be reciprocated. So he's feeling it out, and I think I mentioned it in the game. It's also sort of that feeling of it's fine now because he's feeling it, but once you say it out loud, or once you actually come to a point where you make it known to the other side, then what happens? Right. Then it might be ruined. It might be broken, or it might not be. I don't know. It's just one of those things where he's certainly not in a rush to like, get to that answer, because that's just not where it is in the story for him. But when those little moments, present themselves, like looking for the little porcelain unicorn, it was just too good not to try and, I don't know, see what would happen. Again, I'm not a romance D&D guy, but now
You're not, but you're also, you dipped your toe. It's like
fucking Laura Bailey.
Well, it's like when I brought you over to watch The Bachelor and you told me you would never get into it. And I knew that if you came over, okay, that's a bad example because you never came over again after that. Anyways.
Yeah,
no, he's go ahead.
No, I was saying he's definitely feeling it out. And yeah, it's, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Though the choice was taken from both of them, if Jester had refused to let go, would Ford have held on?
Let go of the Traveler?
Yeah.
Yes, he would definitely have held on. I think boy, in that situation, if she had held on and they were still being reined in by that angelic entity, I think he either would have attacked the Traveler or the Angel and just kicked it off, right? Which I feel like Matt was kind of fucking planning on.
I kind of said that a few episodes ago. I
think he was like, they're going to attack this angelic entity. It's just one.
We can't attack a god. That was a god.
Was it?
Yes.
I mean, you guys are practically gods.
I think it was, but also it's us. We do some dumb shit.
True.
I think he was probably expecting us to go full howitzer on that thing. And we were just trying to go by whatever Jester wanted. But yeah, there was also a part of it that was just like fucking chewing the Traveler out and being like, if there's a heart in that fey chest of yours, then don't let her take a fall for your stupid shit.
I still feel like the Traveler hasn't really realized what a dick he is. I mean, like, he just kind of coasted out of that thing with almost no repercussions.
I really think there's still a lesson to be learned there, whether it ends up happening in this campaign or whether that's something that just that character needs to have done to them. I personally don't feel like the full weight of what he deserves has been
Yeah.
divvied out.
Yes.
Nah.
Which also means that maybe the Traveler has one more shitty act left in him because he hasn't learned that lesson, right? Like came to the edge, but it didn't cost him anything. And sometimes in life, without that lesson learned, you're doomed to repeat a mistake. So I don't know.
He's a real edgelord.
Sam, you know what an edgelord is, right?
Sure.
Edge god.
Sure. Yeah.
I do too. I know what an edgelord is.
I'm DTR. Yep.
Down to rhyme.
Down to rhyme. I mean, yeah.
Down to rhyme.
His acapella.
Because everything's fine.
Ooh.
And I feel sublime
Ooh, suck a lime.
with my toes.
Your toes on the line? Can't show your toes on Twitch. We found out last episode.
Oh.
Is that a real
Can't
thing?
show
I think
him.
that is, isn't it?
I think it actually is a real thing.
What
We had to
about
go
my
back.
Fingers?
We can show Sam shows up in his fucking Tesla jogging shorts. We could see the side of his moose knuckle, but we can't show some of his. I can get you a toe by.
Wait, he showed up in his testicles?
What is
you
it-
saw
what
his
is
moose
it?
knuckle?
What is
What?
a Tesla jogging short?
I don't know. You know those shorts he would show up on in talks? Danny, we're going to get to this.
Oh, I'm wearing shorts right now.
No, I don't. We
For sure.
can't.
Me too.
I don't want
I
to
do
see
too.
it. I don't. Neither of you. No. You know what?
And
much skin.
White
Stop it.
sweat socks.
It's hot in this bitch. We're home, baby.
Travis does not have socks on. I guarantee it.
Nope, no
Nope.
socks.
Sam has white ankle socks on.
Uh-huh. They're a little dirty.
Why is this happening?
There's
It's a
only
classy
one thing.
program.
There's only one thing that can save us, Danny.
Please.
Jif of the week.
It's some motherfucking.
Looking for my contract. I can rip it up. Speaking of the Langoliers,
The foster clowns.
it's fan art of the week.
Hey!
Our dad!
Well, what a cute doggy. Yours too, Sam. This week's winner was sent in by Clay Griffin at Clay Griffin.
At
Easy to
Clay
remember.
Griffin. Yeah.
Yeah, not Blake Griffin, Clay Griffin. Blake Griffin's a fantastic artist, though.
Just get to the art.
Let's take a look. Yes.
Hold on.
Hands.
Oh, man.
So good.
See, Molly or Lucian or Nonagon or admin profile looks pretty happy about what they're doing.
Oof.
That's
Oh, man.
rad.
So pretty.
Ooh. Wait. Are those the Traveler's hands?
I think it's the Traveler
I
and
think
Jester,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah.
The Traveler has lovely nail polish on.
Where's your nail
Sure.
polish, Sam?
No, I got mine too. I just
Yeah.
didn't expect.
Yeah, those look like gels.
Jails?
Jails.
Nail jails?
Come on down to the shop and get some jails.
These are beautiful hands.
They are beautiful hands.
Gotta love
My
And
hands
that
are
is-
jails for a living.
And that's Cree
Yes.
traveling with Nonagon. Oh, man.
That's beautiful.
That's a
So
jaunty
gorgeous. I love the way
Great
they did
job
the
on the
snow,
lighting,
too.
too.
So
Mhm.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's great.
Well,
It looks like a
congrats.
freeze frame from animation.
Ooh,
It does.
animation. That's a novel idea.
Hmm.
I love it.
I love it too. Thank you so much, Clay. You have won this.
Dog treat feeder.
Dog treat feeder?
No, the card's coming out of it.
Oh.
You have won this and a
Oh.
$100 gift card.
Wow. You mime
So
so well. You went to the Sam Riegel French Academy for miming.
I did. I thought it was a little overpriced at $20 a year, but anyway, you can submit to our bi-weekly contests by visiting critroll.com.
Wait,
/submit.
This is submit or is this slash?
I got it
slash.
confused, but I'm trying to. I got a lot on my fucking plate right now, guys.
Sorry.
Okay?
Sorry.
I got
Brian,
two
you
dogs.
should get an acai bowl to go with your Talks Machina.
I got a guy trolling me in the Zoom. I got a guy eating in the middle of my program.
I'm
okay.
like Brad Pitt in his movies. I always have to eat.
Okay, well, fucking mute yourself if you're going to chew, because I don't want Chris Willamot over here to call me and say I'm not working on the show anymore because Travis's loose jaw.
Oh,
It's like Ace Ventura in the door.
Love that movie.
Sam,
yeah. Oh,
speaking of Ace Ventura. Poor Danny, we're putting her through tonight.
Save us from Jim Carrey with an answer
Save
to
us
this.
from the fact they made a sequel to that movie with an answer to this question.
Bat guano.
Don't remind me, man. Okay, Veth discovered that Vestarogna was especially cruel to Yeza when he was working for her. How does she feel about him working with the woman now that she knows more about what her husband endured with her?
How does she feel about him working with the woman? Wait, how does she feel about
how does she
her?
feel about working with the woman?
About working,
now?
okay.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is it's not like the Mighty Nine have never worked for a person with questionable morals and scruples before.
Sure.
Like this is what we do. We
The
work
gentleman
for
comes to mind.
shady people with shady pasts who maybe we even kind of want to kill a little bit, or who definitely want to kill us. So it's not my first rodeo. However, this time it's personal. This is Jaws 2. Revenge.
This time, it's personal.
Yeah.
Only made the one Jaws movie.
It's Jaws 2. Electric
made the
Boogaloo. And
Nice.
Vess messed with my husband, and you better believe there's gonna be strong feelings and emotions about it. I can't say actual actions because Vestarogna is like a level 20 sorcerer wizard thing, so
Right.
it's not like I can just pop a cap and be done. Like I gotta be a little smart about it, but I will get some sort of revenge.
Yes.
Be it petty or significant. I haven't decided yet.
I'm
Well,
looking
you've
forward to it.
already played the glue a dick to somebody's hand card, so
I could.
Very true.
It's an oldie but a goodie. I could bring him back. There's lots of dicks and lots of glue.
Uh-huh.
Danny, was it you the other day that was saying no V characters, no more V characters in
Yes.
the next campaign?
I've very
Veth, Vess,
specifically-
That's what's confusing me.
Well, the whole reason I picked Veth as a character name was because in campaign 1, I think I teased Liam and Laura, and I was like, when I come back, I'm going to be like Vess or something like that. So
Yeah.
I did.
Veth, Vax, Vex, Vix,
Vess.
Vox.
There's
Could have been
Vesh.
so many good
Bandrin.
ones.
Yep.
For both of you here, how are Veth and Ford feeling about being in Eiselcross?
Eiselcross.
Are they excited for the adventure? Nervous about the danger?
I feel like we haven't even gotten to think about Isocross. Like we landed, we went and got a boat, and then shit went sideways. It's certainly fucking cold outside. With taking damage just from environmental factors is going to be interesting. But we've kind of been on the water most of our time up here. So I think once we get in and get into land a little bit, we'll see what's what. But I mean, if we're just outside and taking damage, unless Vestarogna has some dope-ass environmental protection as we walk, then we might have to move kind of quick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Veth likes being not on the water anymore. However, it's a tundra out there. It could we're not built for this. None of the Mighty Nine are really built for cold, like severe cold. Maybe Yasha. Is Yasha a cold person?
She definitely has a lot of fur in her wardrobe. Is all that I think Ashley would be comfortable with me saying.
Faux fur.
Faux fur. Yeah, I just mean like. Yeah, faux furs. Faux fur Grace.
Yep.
Jester is actually cold resistant.
Oh,
Jester's actually cold resistant is what the next thing I was going to say. It's written here.
But I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to explore this new, like, is it a continent? Where are we? It's just a big island, right? Are we on a continent? Are we on the same continent we were on before?
Y'all are on a separate like island.
But is it like considered part of Wildmount, or are we
It's
on
not
like
part of Wildmount now.
I don't think it's part of
No,
World
it's
Amount.
totally detached.
wow?
There's a big ass thing of lava running through it. Like it's
How does
crazy.
that work? It's icy with lava. Sounds like
Some
a
bad shit
Dairy
going on,
Queen.
man.
I mean, there was a waterfall upside down at the last island you were at, so there's anything's possible. You know what I
True.
mean?
It's true.
Yeah.
Elijah
excited.
Wood walked a ring across a continent with the help of his buddy. You know, anything we could do. Do you guys
Same
feel
ones.
like Bo's theories giving your characters pause, especially now that Vess has confirmed her past with the fucking Tomb Takers?
Bo's theory about the Tomb Takers,
Yeah.
or just
All of her notes, you know,
there were a lot of theories.
How great was that though? When
It was amazing. There was a lot
we
of
talked about
theories
that with them last week.
It's really good to know that
a lot out
I
there.
need to recap every single episode before I write the question.
Yeah, we have to definitely
I have
remind
to
you
make
guys
sure
what we're talking about
that I
before we.
explain everything about the episode in the body of the question.
I know what you're talking about. It was just a lot of information, and a lot of it was conjecture. So yeah, I mean, we know that Vess has been tied to the Tomb Takers in the past. I don't know if Vess told us the truth about their relationship, and I don't know if the Tomb Takers aren't here on Vess's or maybe on the Bright Queen's request. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns and a lot of
I'm not worried about it.
unknowns.
Not worried about it. I just
You're
want
not
to know
worried
who we're
about
fighting. No. I mean, let's be honest. I didn't pay attention to half that shit, but that's just because it'll reveal itself in time. Knowing it ahead of time isn't going to make it any better.
Did you check out at some point during all of that, Travis? Because you were like, okay, I know that I know what I need. I know what I need to know, and I'll figure the rest out later.
Yeah.
Or were you?
Of
kind
course I
tracking
did.
with it?
I don't write those notes down. When Matt starts saying the names of the people in the Dwendalian Empire, I don't write that shit down. I don't even know how to spell it off the bat. The times where I make him stop and go like, "Can you spell that?" is the only time the name goes in. Otherwise, I'm just like,
It does make me really happy every single time you make him spell it, though, because then that's one less text I have to send Matt later asking him
See,
to
I
spell it
was
for me.
wondering because some
That's
people
true.
in like the chat and stuff have the name perfectly spelled, and I don't know. It's obviously from Danny's hard work.
Every week while I'm writing recap, I send Matt a text going, I need you to tell me how these are spelled. And then I send him a list of like 10 names. And then he messages me back and like at least, and usually like I get like half of them right. And then the other half I get very wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he's picking on us. Like Ves Duragna. I was like, really, bro? Duragna?
I love that
My
name.
fake last name is
It's a-
Stone.
It's a.
Durag.
But then it goes from Danny's recaps.
Strong jaw.
Oh boy, we're bringing that up again.
I do pay attention to a lot of that stuff, and I have some good notes. So I was very impressed with Marisha's deep dive, and some of the connections she made were pretty insightful.
Pretty
but
close.
like Travis says, there's not a whole much we can do with that information because we're still going in. We're still going into Isocross. We're still going to find Aor. Like, it doesn't change much. We can just be on guard a little bit more.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
super impressive. Don't get me wrong. I am incapable of writing notes and paying attention to a continuing story at the same time. It's just something I can't do. It's like if someone gives you their phone number, can you remember the numbers past the first 4 or 5 numbers?
No, but no.
Do people give phone numbers anymore? Don't you just text the other person now or say, "Here's my TikTok username. Follow
I
me
use
there."
a burner.
Careful,
I got
Sam, or I will leave you on red.
Ooh.
No, I
you
use
use
a
that right?
burner. I
Did I
bought
use that
this
right?
this morning at Rite
Oh,
Aid.
nice.
We got. I don't remember. I have. You. I mean, Travis knows this from playing on Deadwood with me, but I have sort of like, I don't know what it's called, but it's sort of like dyslexia with numbers. I can't. Like I can't memorize a credit card number. It's too many numbers in a row for me to be able to memorize. I can memorize the first 4 or the last 4. I can't do like, stop fucking yawning, Danny. This is an interesting story. No, it's not.
About how you're trying to memorize credit card numbers because you're some sort of identity theft
Raptured.
Sam,
Yes.
save us from the piercingly annoying falsetto of your voice with an answer to this question 2 octaves lower.
It did the automatic adjust.
It did. It went.
It was like, oh God, save them.
It's barely coming through. It's barely.
Give him a wink.
Nope.
Nothing.
She's like, you're a mile away. Oh, there it goes.
It's the tiniest little arsequeef coming through. It's just the babiest. It's like the last one in Dumb and Dumber when he's getting up off of the thing. Veth has moved past just alchemy and explosives and has started creating her own spells, like Bernardo's voltaic bolt. Is she enjoying expanding her inventions into actual spellcraft?
Yeah. As soon as she saw Caleb doing it, she knew she had to get some of that sweet branding going. You gotta brand. You gotta get that website.
Yep.
You gotta get that Twitter handle, that Instagram account locked down because that brand is everything. That's what the influencer agents are going to be looking at, even in Wildmount.
Yeah, you got to get that AIM screen name locked up, right? Travis, you got a good one, didn't you, back in the day?
Yeah, T. Willie Bam Bam. Hit me up. I'm on there.
I'm on there? Does it still work? Can you...
What's your away message? Is it lyrics from Blink 182?
Oh yeah.
I was never that savvy. But I'll boot it up and put it on there.
Pretty sure mine were like Thursday lyrics or something. Yeah, Thursday is a good call out for the kids. Anyway, Sam, continue.
But yeah, no, she's excited to develop some more spells. I can't wait to talk to Matt about some more ideas cooking around because it would be nice to leave this world better than we found it, but also leave it with some branded spells. So
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Hey, Brian, if you're nice to me, I'll name a spell after you.
What would you call it?
How about Thunder Cabbage?
Oh wow. Okay, so
it's the same as Thunderwave, but a bunch of cabbage flies out.
Counterspell.
And then a parole officer runs by saying, "Yeah, have you seen Brian Foster?"
Oh my God! If there's going to be art of it, we know that in 12 minutes from now, or 2 weeks and 12 minutes from now. Travis, distract us from the fact you once drunkenly spent Ronan's college tuition on a rare coin with an answer to this question.
Yep.
Ford dropped a hefty sum on both the Ring of Fire Resistance and the Ioun Stone, reminding me of that wonderful story. While the ring has some clear buyer's remorse, what were Ford's thoughts about dropping that kind of money on protection for Caleb?
It wasn't so much about... I think Caleb was actually the second part of the thought. When Pumat gave it such fanfare and made such a big deal about it being rare and all those sorts of things, I feel like those moments in the game you just have to jump on, right? And that's kind of what I've been saving the money for, is just, anytime we come across something that is actually going to take coin or trade to acquire. And I remember the Ioun Stone from the last campaign as well, but I was like looking it up in D&D Beyond as it was very rare. I was like, oh shit. And I wasn't thinking of myself or anything like that, and was certainly thinking it would help the super squishy wizard who is still in the double digits in terms of HP, because if this isn't going to collide with his storyline in a big way, I would be very surprised. So I think he needs as much of a flak jacket as he can get, and him not being there just didn't feel right. So we're a team. We're all in this together. Got to hook your boys up. And listen, there's no buyer's remorse. There's a lava river running through Isocross. I'm going to be the smartest person ever when I am kite surfing through that bitch. No problem. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
diving.
That's what you said at Ren Fair when you said, yeah, once they stop accepting paper money, this will be worthy of the coin. Once they stop
part
accepting.
Of my rationale.
I think
it's just paper, you guys.
We have to ask Troy.
Did you really buy a rare coin?
I did. I did.
What, like a real coin? Like a 1965 silver quarter or something? Or
340 AD.
But
it's actually pretty cool. Once you sober up, it's
early
pretty
Germanic.
Cool.
It's about the size of a silver dollar. It's like has a lot of perfect. The imprint is still really, really great, and it's detailed. It's like a knight on a horse. And it's like anyway, yeah. But
it's pretty dope.
I kind of want to see this coin now, honestly.
No,
I've always
locked
kind
away.
of made fun of it, but I super want to see this coin now.
My shame is locked away. Yeah. It actually triggered a trend because one of my friends bought me an even rarer coin for a birthday that was like from I think it's from 120 BC.
What?
Like spent some money. These are not hard to find. That's the shitty part. They call them rare coins, but they're out there. But he was like, "This is to add to your collection, man. You love these coins so much, right? I mean, I don't know how many you have." And I was like, 2. I have 2.
That's a
Wait,
collection.
but how much money are we talking, man? Because like the holidays are coming up, and I feel like as one of your really good friends, what was the year on that one? It was
120 BC, Brian. You don't need to beat that. It's fine.
But how far back does time go though? Because like, what's before 0 BC?
The dinosaurs were 6,000 years ago. So
1 BC is before
1
0
BC.
Yes.
It doesn't go into the negatives? I thought it went into the
it
negative
doesn't.
BC.
No, before 0 BC is 1 BC.
I should have
And
stayed
before that
in
is
junior
2.
high, man. What are your thoughts on the many intricacies of Caleb's tower?
Oh,
Talking about
wow.
his tower.
Did we, in retrospect, I mean, like, that was incredible. It was amazing. The
Pretty
detail.
great, right?
The love that he poured into it and the thought that he put into it was incredible. What a great place for the Mighty Nine to hang out. But did we see all of it? I feel like afterwards, we forgot to go to the top 2 floors.
No, you totally did.
Yeah.
What's
you
up there?
Absolutely did. I'm not going to tell you because you didn't go.
What do you think is up there?
I think it's probably that bald guy from that Game of Thrones season where they trapped Daenerys up there. She's not up there anymore because she moved on to Showtime or something else. She's at Hulu now. There's that guy. And then there's a hot dog on a stick.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the banana stand from Arrested Development.
It's like the top floor is just eyes wide shut, but it's just cats in robes.
Oh no! Wait,
just fucking everywhere.
It's the movie Cats.
Cats in masks fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the top floor, you have to watch the movie Cats over and over and over again.
We finally watched it this past week.
I tried to get Ashley to watch it on Sunday.
I tried to get my kids to watch it, and even they were like, "No, no."
I can't stand James Corden, even if
I
he's
fast forwarded through
dressed
it
up
so
as a
it would
cat.
show up as watched. I'm a completionist.
That's so funny. Yeah, you don't want to accidentally click on it and pick up where you left off.
I don't know what's in that tower, but I feel like that. I mean, I don't know how to compare the two. Did the mansion get as much careful planning from Scanlon as this sort of detailed build out from Caleb?
No, I mean, just like everything in campaign 1, we were figuring it out. I found this cool spell, and I chose it. And then the first time we went in, Matt was like, "You can make any room you want." And I was like, "Oh shit, that's amazing."
Yep.
But we were still thinking small.
I don't want that response.
We were thinking small, so it was like, "Oh yeah, there's a training room," not like intricate towers with steampunk cat tunnels. We were babies back then.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is up in that tower.
Yeah, this is D&D Beyond.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight, folks. I would like to
Speaking into the microphone.
I just want to make sure
Just,
Well, I appreciate you guys.
well, that's all the time we have for that.
Thank you for watching.
That's a horrible sound, Travis.
I just want to play.
That is a junky mic.
You know how you keep trying? You know how you keep telling me that ASMR is like really cool? This is the opposite of what I hear that is like.
This ain't it.
ASMR.
No, stop
This is
it.
ASSMR. Well, that's all the
Good luck
time
to
we
our
have for
production
tonight,
tree
folks.
trying to fix that.
That's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you, Chris Wilmot. I would like to thank Travis, Sam.
Thank you.
Danny.
Don't thank me for being here. How
Kyle.
dare
Guys,
you
don't
make me
knock
do
don't
this
knock
to me.
ASMR. It's
Max,
so great.
Rachel, Ed. My name, everybody. Darcy. I don't know you, Darcy, but
Let's do a
thank
little
you.
unboxing.
Do a little
Unboxing,
unboxing.
right?
Thank you.
Tap it as you're doing it, Sam. Tap it.
Lil Max. Jerry. We love you, Jerry.
Ugh,
We love you, Jerry.
I don't like any of this.
Let's see.
Stop.
Hold on, I have an idea.
Why are you using your mouth?
I don't know. It's the only thing I have.
Stay tuned, my friends, and remember, it's almost Thursday. Don't forget to love each other.